How's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight? Today, where are you from in this beautiful, beautiful world? All right, let me get names actually turned on so everyone knows who we are.
Boy, that's a good time for that to happen.
This is the last barley wine of the month, and then it will be going to a weekly thing. So I'll announce that and put up a little sampler of everyone so everyone can see the picture and then go find a beer that resembles that picture. So we got a great panel again for you today. Thanks, guys, for being here. I appreciate you so much. East Coast LQ reviews. We got Tanner here. We got Miscellaneous Brew reviews.
What's up?
Bumpy Road Brewery. All right, thanks, guys. And Paul's in the chat first, but then again, I'm the only one in chat that really
He
matters.
should be up here. Where's your barley wine, Paul?
He's on his dry month, man.
Oh, yeah. Almost over.
Yep, almost. All right, so last barley wine. Let's do it, man. Let's pull it up. You got Tanner up here first.
All right, so the one that I have is Springdale Beer Company, the 2019 Green Reaper, barrel-aged barley wine ale, 10.6% alcohol by volume. This is a 1 pint, 0.9 full ounce bottle. It says beer aged in bourbon barrels with locally malted rye. Reap the rewards of our patience. A barley wine ale is brewed with locally malted rye from our friends at Valley Malt in Hadley, Mass, and aged 7 months in ex-bourbon barrels. Brewed by Springdale Beer Company, 100 Clinton Street, Framingham, Mass. Brewed with locally malted rye. It says it's all good in the wood. Barrel aged 7 months. I believe I paid $12 for this bottle. Let's crack it open and check out the appearance. I got my snifter glass. Yeah, I got all the water out of it. All right. Pour it. A little bit of smoke.
I have had that one too. When you were bringing it up before, I thought you were talking about their Imperial Stout, which I've had both.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dark brown in color. Pretty hazy. You can't really see through it at all. Off-white, bubbly head. Maybe it'll leave a little bit of a lacing on the glass. Looks pretty good. I was actually expecting it to be a little bit darker, but yeah, it is what it is. Cheers.
Yeah, looks great. It looks great.
Cheers.
Nice, man. Thank you. Got Miscellaneous next.
All right. So Slim Pickens in the neighborhood, and I ran this by Beer Man. He said it was all right. So I got something from Boulevard here. Yeah. This is part of their Brewery's Choice 2021 series. This is a barrel-aged Imperial Stout cuvee with a barley wine. Yeah, he said that was okay. It comes in at 14.2% ABV. If I was going to give you any information, maybe next go around, if I could pull something up to tell you about it. But yeah. On the pour, it does look lighter colored than an Imperial Stout, like a nice root beer brown. Obviously going to go opaque in the glass. Probably half a finger head. I don't know. Like a slight cocoa red hue. Yeah.
Nice.
Dark opaque, not seeing anything through it. It does smell barley wine-esque.
Cool. That looks good. It is good. Now it's your turn to find out. All right. Thanks, Miscellaneous. Let's get Bumpy up here.
Is this the? They might be talking about the same one. Hold on, I'm trying to find something else.
All right.
Because what I'm bringing tonight, I thought there was a difference in the ABV from last year, and apparently there's not. It's the same ABV. Okay. So I am bringing Sierra Nevada's 2022 Bigfoot barley wine style ale. This is an American barley wine, and it comes in at 9.6% ABV, which I guess in 2021 it was 9.6. I thought it was only 9% back then, but same ABV. So let's go ahead and pour it. It's got the same label as well. It's just a different timestamp on it.
Church key.
Church key. I brought my other one out to the kitchen, so I was looking for it. It's gone. It's out in the kitchen. But this one's right there, readily available. It's always good to have plenty of bottle openers hanging around. All right.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Wham. Yeah, so it's got a pretty tight bubbled head, a little bit frothy on top. It kind of has this yellowish hue to it. Color of the beer itself is a nice amber. As you can kind of see that color on my hand.
Wow, that looks nice.
That nice cherry note. It's very clear as well. But yeah, beautiful deep amber red coloration to the barley wine itself with a yellow tinted head. So
yeah, no, it looks beautiful. Right on, man. Thank you. Josh is going to be here in a bit, he says, but I'll just go ahead and show mine off. All right, so I got one from Gigantic Brewing out of Portland, and it's their massive series. It's 2019 barrel-aged barley wine. They didn't say whether it was an English or an American. I think it's an American barley wine, though. Clocks out at 14%. It's a 19 with cognac, barrel-aged cognac barrels.
Nice.
14. Yeah. So... been in my fridge for a while. I've been wanting to drink it. I've had it before, actually. I had another one of these. It's like $12 or something for the bottle. But yeah, looks like a barley wine. Nice caramel color. With caramel, dark caramel, deep caramel, off-white head, almost khaki-like. Good, not really a great retention. Well, it's holding it. It's got a weird head. It's kind of, if I could show you, it's really rocky and like soupy and weird. But it's got a very big burst of carbonation. Like maybe I could fast my carbonation or something. Right on, man. Oh, that's strong. All right, let's get back to Tanner on this, and we'll let Josh in when we'll just kind of go down the loop. Yeah.
All right, so on the aroma, I get like the rye spice and the grain. What are those very famous raisins?
The California ones?
I think so, yeah. It's the most popular raisin. It smells a lot like those.
Oh, no, dude, I'm just messing around. Remember the California raisins?
Are you talking about the ones with the lady, the brunette with the bonnet on?
Yes, that one.
Josh.
You know what that's called? Because that's what it smells like to me.
Maids, I believe.
Something like that. I'm gonna have to look it up after when you guys are going. I'll have to look it up.
And
I get that.
And they're from California.
Lots of caramel sweetness, a little bit of vanilla note as well. Slightly funky, earthy. It smells like the rye malt is rounding out really well, and the bourbon barrel itself is adding a lot to the aroma. But yeah, it smells really good. Like I said, get that rye grain, a little spicy. Straight. I get a lot of that raisin, like that very popular raisin, whatever the name of it is. Lots of caramel sweetness, a little bit of funk and breadiness as well. Smells good. For 10.6%, really not getting much of a boozy aroma. My nose is a little stuffed, so yeah, not really getting much of a boozy aroma. Maybe it's being covered up by that sweetness. But cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Here, sorry, I was muted. Just typing something.
Welcome, Josh.
Ooh, big maple notes, brown sugar. Yeah, strong maple. It's almost like I went to Trinity Brew House in Providence, and I believe it was a maple brown ale they had, and it really reminds me of that. It's like thick, sticky maple syrup, a little bit of spiciness. Those dried fruits, definitely that raisins coming out again. Yeah, it's good. very sweet. Definitely nowhere near as sweet as that monster cookie that I had. But if I were to say like Cyclops scale, it's actually not very bitter. It's not very dry. It doesn't have like a lingering bitterness. But I believe you guys taught me a word the other day. Cloying.
Cloying. Yep.
It's kind of like that. I feel like it's a little, like the sweetness is a little overpowering. It would be like 4.5 out of 5 sugar cubes with like 2.5 out of 5 hop cones. Really not much of a floral, earthy bitterness. More of like a sweet dessert barley wine. Very good. 10.6%. You don't get the booziness, but the sweetness, you can drink a lot of it. But I feel like the sweetness will probably kind of, you'll end up feeling, it might start to be cloying, as you guys say. But it's very good. I'll have a rating for it next time around. I enjoy it. Like I said, it's just a lot of maple syrup. Kind of reminds me of that maple brown ale I had at Trinity. But yeah, I enjoy it. $12, 10.6%, a little bit more of a dessert barley wine. It's not something that I would pick up and buy all the time, but maybe here and there, if there's someone like my girlfriend probably like this because she likes a little bit more of the sweeter stuff, less bitter and dry. So this would probably be a cool bottle to share with her. Maybe a little after dinner dessert beer. So cheers, guys.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers, Dan. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Let's get miscellaneous. Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
I thought we were gonna let Josh go.
We could do that, or I could just keep going down the line.
You guys can keep going. I'll just go through the whole.
Yeah.
You guys just go through the routine, and then when it gets to me, I'll just do like the whole spiel thing. Makes it easier.
4% taste.
We'll just do that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's up to you, buddy.
I'll
So,
kill you. Go. Hurry up. Go.
Yeah, so on the nose, greeted with like caramel toffee roast. Just definitely got a little booze kicking off of it. Slight chocolate, maybe some vanilla. It's two different. It's a cuvee, so yeah, smells pretty good. Cheers.
cheers.
Robust.
Cheers. You're robust.
Full-bodied beer. Alcohol is present for sure. They said, get a nice sweetness. It does. I do feel like this is influenced a little bit more on the barley wine side. Smooth mouthfeel.
Yeah.
A little bit sticky. Definitely viscous. Yeah. Barrel. I do. It's hard to discern because I'm getting so much. There's a little chocolate, definitely toffee, caramel, molasses type thing going on as well. It's rich, it's decadent, it's boozy. It's very, very good. I'll sip on it a little bit more and get back with you. I mean, it's going to change for sure. It's fairly cold, so
Yeah. That is
it's bringing the noise. You better be ready when you drink one of these.
Yeah.
So
nice. All right. Glad you like that. Thank you, miscellaneous. All right, let's get Bumpy up here now.
All right. So for this Bigfoot 2022, 9.6% ABV American barley wine, brought to you out of Chico, California, and Mills River, North Carolina. I'm betting you I got one from North Carolina, unless they only make the Bigfoot at their Chico Brewery. I don't know. Started back in the 80s. It's timeless. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada. Ha, there we go. It works better. All right. Anyways. The head is leaving some nice lacing. It does have that froth still going on the top there, leaving a nice ring. So a lasting head for a higher ABV brew. Some aromas. I get first off, there's some fruit notes in there. A little bit of what kind of reminds me of like a molasses type aroma as well. It's a bit hoppy. a bit of an alcoholic presence on the nostrils. Deep bread notes. The fruit notes I speak of, I'm saying there's a little bit of like an apricot that's kind of mixing in with some type of a grape or maybe raisin-esque type nose. But there's like this kind of sweeter, like apricot, like orange fruit, citrus type aroma. And a little bit candy-esque with that kind of molasses and sweet malt type backbone as well. I've had this one before, so I do know that it's bitter on the palate, though. Nah, you wouldn't really tell that from just smelling it that it's going to be bitter, but it's going to be bitter. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
So a slight bread note in there before the bitterness hit. I mean, this is a pretty bitter barley wine. So breadiness, it's kind of like a white bread. There's almost like a hit of rye spiciness, but I really don't think that that's coming from any of the malt. I think that that's just the hot bitterness really starting to kind of dive in there early, because it does have this kind of spiciness to it. All right. You got to get in there and you got to try to pick out flavors and kind of register it in your head before that bitterness hits, because it is a long-lasting, harsh bitterness to this one. Yeah, I'd say beyond that kind of bready malt note, a little bit from the hop flavor, it does kind of have this slight citrusy note to it. It starts to go into a little bit of a darker fruit, but very lightly. It like gently touches a plum. So like the plum skin. The plum skin. Yeah, this one seems to come off a bit more citrusy from the hop flavors itself. Like I said, kind of more like an apricot type thing going for it. But that light dark fruit. No. Bitterness. It's definite pine. There's definitely a pine that lingers on with this one. I would say it's a little bit woodsy, earthy tone, and a bit zesty as well. A little bit of like an herbal zestiness, which I think kind of really kicks off in the beginning. You start to get this kind of spice note, which is like why I said it reminds me of like a rye spice, because it kind of mixes in with that slight bread note up front from the malt. The bitterness on this thing, I'm gonna go look up the bitterness, I guess, if I can find it. But this drinks like, if you could actually taste bitterness over 80 IBUs, this drinks like it's about 100, 130 IBUs. So I'll look it up. I don't think it's actually that high, but it definitely has a huge bitterness. This is one of those ones that you kind of age. You sit on. If Fudge is around, I think he said he was watching in his own thing. He's got plenty of these things aged, and I think that he probably knows like the fresh ones are so bitter and they will age, and definitely that bitterness level will go down. I think they brew them so that you're going to age them.
Oh, really?
Not to total drink fresh. You can drink them fresh, but yeah, get ready for a big whopping. There's bangs going on outside my house right now, so hoping my dogs didn't drop some big heavy. They probably try to kill Sadie. They're like, get underneath this giant metal plate and we'll pull this help from underneath and crush you. But yeah, that's about it for the beer, anyways. I gotta go check on the dogs. I'll come up with any more flavors I pick up. I mean, it's not going to warm up because I haven't had this refrigerated. This has been sitting on the floor, so it's got the floor cold, basically.
Nice.
The floor chill.
Cool.
But, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers,
Whatever
man.
we do. Right on. All right. So let's get Josh up here. Welcome in, Josh.
Thanks for having me.
That's great.
So tonight from Adroit Theory out of Percyville, Virginia, I have the Holiday of Horror barley wine. Barley wine with Cubana roast coffee, 11%, 25 IBUs, which I'm surprised they list the IBUs. The date's kind of different. So the bottom of the can says December 14th, 2021, but then on the side of the can it says canned in October of 2021. So it's either October or December, one of the two. But I got this in like a mixed 4-pack. So it came with 2 Russian Imperials, a barley wine, and a triple IPA. They're all like holiday themed beers. So they come in little 12-ounce cans. That look like iced coffee a little bit, but pour it up.
Oh, those are the thin, little skinny cans.
Yeah, it's like a little 12-ounce one. This is an English barley wine, is what they classify it as. So hopefully I'll put some toffee and vanilla and all that kind of stuff in there. But here's what she looks like in the vessel, the bowl.
Nice.
Yeah, getting a lot of like sweetness. There's some sweetness from like the coffee. It's kind of like it's like if you get a coffee and you put a little bit of creamer in there and some sugar, it's kind of got that aroma right off there. Maybe some dark fruits a little bit, some vanilla. But yeah, just a lot of coffee, I guess, because it does say barley wine with Cubano roast coffee. So are we going for a taste? I guess so, because everyone else wants. So
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 Yeah, a lot of coffee up front. I kind of get like that metallic taste in the back end. Some sweetness from like the vanilla, maybe a little bit of toffee. A little booziness on the back end. Yeah, then you just get that metal finish at the end, like the aluminum can type. I don't know. I do feel like a warming sensation going down my chest when I'm drinking it, but
Nice.
it's pretty thin bodied. It's probably about medium-ish, thin to medium maybe. You do get that alcohol heat kind of in your mouth. It kind of lingers for a little bit. I mean, only 11%, but yeah, you still get that kick from the alcohol. But yeah, it's pretty good. Like I said, you get that coffee and the sweetness and a little bit of toffee and maybe a little bit of dark fruits, but not too much, and a little bit of booze. But yeah, let it warm up a little bit more and see if I pull any more notes out of it. So, cheers.
Awesome. Cheers,
Hey,
Josh.
I will say, Josh, that bowl, I feel like you probably wouldn't get as much of like the boozy aroma because, like, if you have whiskey in general, the vodka glasses, they're a little bit wider, so it kind of aerates a little bit more.
Oh, that's probably why. Maybe, yeah. If I did like a thinner glass, maybe it would have. Yeah, but yeah, this
There's
is
smell the bottle, I guess.
a Drecker
Yeah, that's badass.
back channel collab bowl.
That's pretty cool.
So
It's hard to get a small little sip out of one of those too. I bet, huh?
out of the bowls,
Yeah.
now you can get a pretty big gulp out of it. I mean, Most
Oh,
people are
no,
like,
shit.
they think you got to hold it by like two hands like this, like Gary. So, like I can hold it,
That's
just
cool.
kind of.
Yeah,
That's perfect like that.
I've never seen him until he pulled one out.
Thumbs out.
Yeah, I got two bowls. I got this one, and I got the original back channel one. They send you like a big description of like how it started. Like they date back to like the Viking times and how they used to drink beer out of bowls and.
Oh, well, crazy.
So it was
So
like a history.
for all the girls out there, let it be known, Josh has 2 bowls.
Two bowls, not just one. I got two. One's a little heavier than the other one. This is a
His
little
and
bit.
her set.
You got a left one and a right one.
Yep, a left one and a right one. So
Right.
I'm telling you, everyone should drink beer out of a bowl at least once. You get so much more aromatics and just.
I'm gonna bring a ceramic cereal bowl next
I
time.
just might have to go buy a bowl.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, as long as you can see through it and you can see what the beer looks like, go for it. Cheers.
Cool, man. Cheers, Just. Thank you. All right. All right. Well, let's get into the nose. Whoa, dude. Just be a little careful with the twirl there. It's regenerating quite well. It's nice. It's got a little bit of a retention there. Yeah. So cognac is made with grapes, from what I was just reading. I'm kind of searching for that in this aroma. I do get the barrel is definitely coming through. That barrel-esque thing. There is a slight, very hard, hard liquor forward like wine kind of thing going on. It has a big toffee bite to it. Big toffee is coming through and more like a real, like, just, I guess, molasses actually. There's maple syrup in the bottle.
I'm getting a lot of maple syrup on mine.
Maple syrup and molasses kind of, and a toffee kind of thing or something. It's very strong. It's got the alcohol burst though. It's got that alcoholic burst. You do get that percentage coming out. It's got a sweetness to it, but it also has a dryness. There's a dryness in the nose as well. All right, so yeah, looking at it again, just a nice deep caramel. Good looking beer. I'd say it has a fast rising bubble for sure, but yeah, it looks pretty carbonated. Let's drink this. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, I tell you, man, that's got like that woody barrel, almost a slight vanilla. Mentioning vanilla from Josh, I'm wondering if this is a English. It is an American, they say. It has the toffee ringing through it, kind of a toffee, molassesy, kind of syrupy maple thing going on. It's tangy up around the hard, like soft palate in the back. As you get towards the throat, it starts to get kind of tangy, and it's bitey with the alcohol up on the tongue. That alcohol really snaps your tongue all up around it. It dries up underneath, gets chalky, and kind of drops back and dries off. So it's kind of nice that it's actually got that sweet kind of forward thing. All the flavors come out, and it slowly midway starts to kind of dry off and becomes dangerous, man. It's really easy to drink because it dries so quickly. I do like that type. I like it when a beer does that this strong. I don't like it when it's cloying and sticks that sweet to your mouth that you can't rid out. It's like you just want to get rid of it. But the body on this is more of a medium body, medium pushing full. Ooh, yeah, you do get kind of a vinny feel to this. If we're gonna talk grapes with cognac and all that, I mean, you do get that cognac vibe going through this, and it really is rough with that almost a leather. There's a leather coming through it. I get like a leathery kind of thing, maybe a I wouldn't say like apricot or something. There is a fruit roll-up-y kind of thing, like a dried fruit is kind of ringing through it as well. Maybe a peach or something, an apricot, something on the stone fruit level. It is very good. This is a good, smooth drinking beer on the mouthfeel. It's just super, super dangerous. I'm not feeling anything up the nostrils here, but I am getting kind of a warming kind of midway through the throat and into my chest, and my blood's just like pulsing, and I'm feeling hot. Like it's nice warmer for the winter for sure. It has been cold lately, so it's been nice to have something like this, man. This is a real nice winter warmer. Yeah, I'm real pleased with this. So, all right, cheers, guys. Let's get back to
Cheers, man.
Tanner. All right.
So mine's warmed up a little bit on the bottle. Get a little sniff out of the bottle. It's got a little actually a little dilly. Dill pickle. A little dilly. Dilly. On the palate, it's really opened up. It's starting to get. It's really hot in my house. I don't even know why I'm wearing this.
I'm here too.
But yeah, it's warmed up a lot. On the palate, besides like that. Also, actually, sorry. Let me go back. The aroma is very. It's like pure cane sugar, maple syrup, not like the cheap bottled stuff. It's more of like that sweet, like $7-8 bottle maple syrup. Totally sun-made raisin on the palate and the aroma. And with the aroma out of the glass, it's pretty much just straightforward maple syrup, sun-made raisin, and like that spicy, earthy rye grain. But on the palate, as it starts to warm, I get a little bit more of like a roasty note. Some dark chocolate starts to appear. Is a little bit of not a little bit, but there's a good amount of caramel, vanilla, and like that lingering dry oak. It's almost kind of like a sweet mint, kind of like a peppermint. I enjoy it. It is very it's starting to get a little bit more of a booziness, so it's starting to get a little bit harder because of that booziness. You can kind of feel it eating up your chest. Very good for a rating for this one. I really do like it, and I'm intrigued to hear why Bumpy didn't enjoy it. I'll give it like a 97. It's a little bit overly sweet with that maple syrup, but as far as like a dessert beer, it's really good. I do enjoy it. 10.6%. I think this is best drank at like that room temperature. It starts to warm up a little bit. And yeah, I do enjoy it. Like I said, 97. Yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's really good. $12 for this smaller size bottle. It's a little spendy. But like I said, for something that you're going to have every once in a while, maybe like an after dinner dessert drink, I think my girlfriend would enjoy it. But they hit like that sun-made raisin. Like I said, that was the popular raisin, the sun-made. I think Bumpy said it. And I looked it up. I looked up popular raisin brand, and that came right up, sun-made, and that's wicked what it reminds me of. So as far as like the major flavor notes, I would say like pure cane sugar maple syrup and that sun-made raisin is what you're mostly going to get out of this. And once it starts to warm up, you'll start to pick up more of those the notes from the barrel, the notes from the rye malt. It's very good. So I do enjoy it. Cheers.
Nice.
Are we doing?
I have a question, man, actually about that real quick. You said cloying. Does it have any kind of drying in the finish?
A little bit. You get the oaky kind of astringency, slightly dry, but I wasn't really getting that when it was more cold. You were getting more of that sweetness. The sweetness was more carried throughout. Once it starts to warm, you get a little bit more of that oak astringency, drying aspect to the beer.
Nice. All right. Yeah, we'll shout out later.
Okay. Yes.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, right on. Cheers. Okay, let's get Miscellaneous up here.
All right. So yeah, I took some notes. Like I said, on the nose, it was sweet yet boozy, caramel, toffee, leather. I was getting a slight raisin, barrel, and vanilla notes on the nose. Full, thick, viscous, full-bodied mouthfeel, silky and velvety on the palate, dry finish, caramel, earthy, vanilla, maple syrup-esque.
Woo!
Type notes coming out of this. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's definitely a heavy beer. Not your average. I don't know. This is something you probably would. I wouldn't sit somebody down who's never drank anything like this and be like, "Oh, here, you're gonna love this," because they might not like it. This definitely once you get your palate acclimated and you could start enjoying and differentiating how complex these beers actually are. I mean, this is two styles in one, which is definitely a lot. I would say it's pulling a lot more of the barley wine characteristics out than your traditional barrel-aged imperial stout from them. But yeah, fantastic beer. I think I'd probably land this one at like 97 as well.
Nice.
It's very good beer if you're up for something like this. It is a little sweet, but yeah, not bad.
Awesome. Oh, no, so I agree. I gave some to my wife, and she was like, "Woo, that." So, and you know,
I gave my wife some. She said she thought it was pretty good, but she wouldn't sit down and like drink a whole glass of this.
Right.
Oh, let me get a couple of sips off yours or whatever. But yeah, she said it was pretty good.
Yeah, nice, cool, man. Thank you, man.
Cheers,
All right.
man.
Cheers. Get
Commotion in the other room.
Oh.
So I can't wait until Miscellaneous gets his hands on the 2022 Bigfoot.
He's
I
gonna
don't know.
trade for it.
This is I can honestly say I've never been this disappointed in any of the Bigfoots I've ever had. And I think they kind of keep the same recipe year to year. I don't think they go changing it, So I don't know what it is with this one. Maybe the hops just kind of are striking differently. It's just a big bitter. It's a big bitter mess for the most part. There's not enough malt backbone to it. There's not enough actual hop flavors coming out as well. Hardly any sweetness. Like I said, in the aromas, it smelled like there was some like sweet molasses. Smells a lot better. The apricot type thing coming through, a little bit of that citrus note, all that. So it smells like it's going to be easier to put in your mouth than what it actually is once you start to sip on this one. Once that bitterness hits, it's just game's over. It's your palate's wrecked. I can say like Dogfish Head 120, which is an IPA, but the Dogfish Head 120 minute is a better drinking barley wine than this barley wine, and that's considered an IPA. That's higher ABV, but it's got a good balance between the sweetness of the malt. It is a very sweet kind of beer up front, and then the bitterness level on it, which is still higher than this one, according to Paul. He says it's only at 90. It still balances it out nicely. There seems to be more hop flavor and stuff in that one too, and that one does really drink like a barley wine, being considered an imperial IPA. That one, I bring that up because that also has like an apricot flavor to it, which is a lot more pleasant than the apricot flavor out of this one. This one kind of just touches on it. It's like a kind of a little bit of a sweet kind of apricot real quick with some citrus tones. Yeah, overall, this one's just way too bitter as it stands. And like I said, once you get a taste of the bitterness, it's just you can't get past it. It's really hard to go in and pick out flavors other than the bittering effect that happens. It does have a layer of bitterness. Like I said, there's a pininess, there's a wood like effect, a little bit of this kind of herbal zestiness, earthy tone type thing going on. So layers of bitterness, but it's all bitter. And the pine bitterness is kind of on that harsher end of a bittering flavor. So yeah, I think I'm at an 89 out of 100 for this Bigfoot this year. I like 2021 more, and like I said, I don't know what the hell the reason would be. I think that they brew it the same every single year. I had one that was from 2014 that was aged for. When did I have that one? I had it last year, 2 years ago, something like that. It was like 6 years old when I had it, and that one was good. That brought more of that malt sweetness and stuff. Like I said, I think that they brew these to kind of hold on to and maybe drink one now, so you'll be like, and then you'll be able to hold off because you're like, oh, that was gross. And then like a year from now, you're like, maybe I'll try another one. You're like, it's better, you know. So I think that's why they kind of bitter it the way that they do, knowing that it can age, and people probably do age them. So
to put a wine.
I think with a year or two, of aging, it will balance it out a bit more. It might be a more flavorful beer where you can pick out more of the malt notes and everything out of it, and maybe some hop flavor itself, more than what I can at this time. But yeah, an 89 out of 100 as it stands. It's still drinkable, but yeah, it's a bitter beer.
Paul was saying 90 for this year's.
Yeah, he said it was 90 IBUs.
Yeah.
It drinks like it's a lot higher. Like I said, it drinks like it's like 130 IBUs, but your palate really can't detect anything over 80 IBUs.
Right.
I mean, it's all perceived bitterness at some point, and the way that my palate's perceiving this bitterness is a lot higher than what it is. Mm-hmm. So you get that harshness effect off some of the bittering hops out of this, and
I know
it's
cool.
Pretty prevalent. So
it's been a while since I've had that.
Yeah,
kind of liked it when I had it, to be honest.
Yeah, I usually score these things in the mid 90s, anyways. But yeah, this one it's below a 90 for me. I'm going to give it an 89. So I think that it will get better with some age.
Right.
But I don't know what's different about this one versus years past. Besides the 2014 that I had was well aged. That was the first time. That was the first Bigfoot I'd actually ever had. Was the 2014. That was aged for 6 years, 5 to 6 years, whatever it was.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's still a good score. 89 is not bad at all. So, right on. Thanks, Bumpy.
It's beautiful.
It is a good beer.
Beautiful. That goes into some of the scoring. It doesn't look like junk. It's very eye appealing. It's got good lacing.
Right.
Aromas,
so would you say that's an American
decent on it?
Would you say it starts out American and gets English as it ages? Or is it?
Yeah, I don't think it ever reaches the English sweetness of a barley wine.
Yeah, right.
No, the one I did last year is that when I did on the show a couple weeks back, it just got kind of musty and just wasn't that, in my opinion.
Musty.
It just lost its. I thought it was better fresh last year.
Right.
Yeah, this one I thought, because we did the one last year pretty fresh, and I thought it was better than this. So the 2022 fresh is, for my palate right now, is not working for me.
Right on.
It's good to know.
Well, not right on, but later. See right on. All right, man. Buffy, thank you. Thanks, man. All right, let's get Josh up here. I was gonna skip you.
All right, the
I'm just kidding.
Holiday of Horror from Adroit Theory. The more I drink on it, you get more coffee out of it.
Oh wow!
It's kind of like a boozy. Well, not super boozy, but like an alcohol-based iced coffee in a sense, if that makes any sense.
Alcohol iced coffee?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I said, you do get some of that vanilla. You do get some of that, a little bit of dark fruit, but...
Dog fruit?
Dark fruit.
Oh, dark fruit. Fuck, man, sorry. That's just playing.
I don't know if you want any dog fruit.
It might be appealing if you're drinking it out of the bowl.
Right? It gets very messy on the old wound broom up top.
Yeah. Shave that thing.
Don't tell me what to do. So they call it an English barley wine. I mean, I guess you can kind of call it that. It does have that sweetness like an English does. And you do get kind of like a little bit of hoppiness on the back end. And then, like I said, maybe the mixture of that booze and the hoppiness kind of combined. But, I mean, it's good for what it is, 11% barley wine with coffee. if you like iced coffees with a hint of alcohol or a little bit of alcohol in there, then this might be for you. Score wise, I'll give it an 89. It's not bad. Yeah, it just has like a weird mixture of flavors. Like definitely very coffee forward, which makes sense because it has the Cubana roast or whatever it is. But like I said, to me, it's kind of like a mixture between an English and an American. Because you do get that sweetness like you would in an English barley wine, but there's like that hoppiness mixed in with kind of a little bit of that booziness from the alcohol. Like I said, it's not super boozy, 11%. I mean, you got barley wines that are like 14, 15, real high ABV. But yeah, 89 for that one. Like I said, I got it like in a mixed 4-pack. So, I mean, would I pick it up again for it? I mean, I'm sure this can's probably like $8 or something like that, $8 or $9 for this little 12-ounce can. But yeah, it's not bad. I'm not wowed by it, but it's kind of disappointing that Bumpy didn't like that Bigfoot one because that is a great barley wine series.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
yeah, I mean, beers change. They tweak stuff here and there, which kind of sucks, but just keep the original recipe. But
Nice.
other than that, 89 for the Holiday of Horrors from
89.
So,
All right.
cheers.
Still not a bad score.
Yeah.
Not a bad score. I like the coffee thing in there. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's like I said, you get like that iced coffee smell and kind of like taste throughout.
Yeah, that sounds interesting as hell.
Mhm.
I love coffee.
Mhm.
Well, thanks,
Yep.
Josh. Appreciate it, man. Right on.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, man. I'm gonna say it first, real quick, before I forget. Cherry dried fruit. There's like dried cherry fruits or something in this, and it hop wise, I didn't mention that. I guess I don't know, the dryness of the alcohol in the back. It's not really bitter. It's not really bitter. It's more sweet and then drying. Um, it really does feel like an English barley wine. It does have that sweet thing. They are calling this an American. I'm not sure. Maybe I need to do some research, but it's not bad. It's got a lot of complexities. It's scored very high on Untapped, even. I mean, or Beer Advocate. What do they score it real quick here? Well, this is the wrong one though. That was a 9. That was a different one. But this is it's got just a real great mouthfeel, body, finish, the dryness. I liked it. The leather, the fruits, the raisin. There is a raisin in this as well. Kind of mixes in with that cherryness, that nice barrel kind of vanilla thing going on. Not like whiskey or anything. It's completely different. It's more fruity. It's like a fruity barrel-esque kind of thing. Very boozy though, but not feeling it. I'm feeling it in the dryness and the finish down the throat, but not really like thinking it's strong. My mind's not going, "Oh, this is a big one." It's so it's real hidden. I'm gonna give this a 90. I give it a 93 out of 100. I give it a 93 out of 100. I think that's a decent score for this. It's had some time to sit, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3 years. So 3 years in the bottle. Not bad, not counting the barrel aging that they did prior. So probably close to 4 years altogether. So not bad, it's broken down quite well into a nice beer. So yeah, let's get everyone up. We'll just do our shouts and let me arrange everyone, make sure everyone's good here.
I don't want to shout anything out.
What in the world?
Cool, man. Well, Tanner, go for it.
All right, so shout outs for actually I'll just start off with Thomas tonight. Thomas Metal 75. Go check him out. Wildcard Wednesday at 7:30 tonight. Who else? Food Friday with Alex at 8. Fruit roll-ups and beer, I believe. Thursday, well, tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a brewery review at 5 o'clock Eastern. Pretty much just bring a beer that you want to talk about a brewery that beer's from. It could be a beer that you've already had. Could be a beer that's new to you. I'll ask you a couple questions about the beer and the brewery. What's something unique that you enjoy about that brewery? What's something unique about the styles of beer that they do? Is there a certain style that they do that really intrigues you and you keep going back and you keep picking up 4-packs, 6-packs, whatever it is from that brewery? And then on Saturday, we're going to start a new show, Rate That Beer. Really laid back, just bring depending on how many people there are, we could do like 1 or 2 beers. Last week it was me, Josh, last beer, and Miscellaneous. So because there was 3 people, we just did 2 beers. Pretty laid back, just get to talk about some beers that you want to review. I'm pretty piled up with reviews on stuff, so it's a good way to get through some stuff that I would like to review. Kind of like Miscellaneous is a Thursday night session where he has a bunch of stuff. He reviews 4 beers at once. So
Usually. Depends on the situation.
Cheech, Whiskey Encore, I believe he went live last night around 11:30 at night. He does the whiskey pub. Pretty cool guy. As long as you're respectful, just go over there and hang out with him. You don't have to drink whiskey. You could drink beer, but it's pretty much just like a shoot the shit, hang out with people, whiskey community, beer community. Cheech is a pretty cool dude. Like I said, as long as you're respectful and you're not talking over people and you're not shouting at people and kind of being a douche, as Thomas Metal 75 likes to say. And I'll let everybody else shout theirs out. Pretty much that. Thanks for having me, Beer Man.
Thanks,
Cheers, guys.
anytime, man. Thank you for
Cheers.
being here.
Fun
Cheers.
hanging out with you guys. So.
Yeah, always fun.
And I will say, I really do enjoy Barley wine. It's probably one that's going to be top tier for me. I do like it.
Awesome.
They're good, man.
That's good.
I enjoyed it. I really got that sun-made raisin and a real pure cane sugar maple syrup. I think that's what
Right?
I really enjoy about it, and that's probably what I'll probably pick up another bottle of this and share it after dinner or something with my girlfriend or something, because she likes more of the sweeter stuff, a little bit less bitter. So maybe I'll have it a little bit cold when I share it with her, because if it starts to warm up, she might not enjoy it. Start getting a bit more of that booziness, and I don't think she enjoys that.
Prep the perfect food for her, and she'll be fine with that.
Yeah. Right. Cheers,
Put
guys.
some cheese together for it. Hell yeah! Cheers. All right, Miscellaneous.
All right. So, shout outs for me. Tomorrow, the Thursday night beer session is going to be at 8 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be an open panel. Just bring an Imperial Stout. Show up with an Imperial Stout, barrel aged, not barrel aged. Could be cuvee style, could be whatever, as long as it's over 7.5%. And it's a stout. That's the criteria you got to meet. That'll be at 8 o'clock, like I said. Other than that, Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Should be Stout Sunday on John and Ellie's channel. Should be. Not sure. Can't confirm that 100%, but I know his computer's set up and he's ready to roll. Bumpy has dogs. Anyways, you can check me out on Instagram, see more of the stuff I'm drinking that I sometimes don't do reviews on. So other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Everybody can cover everything else.
Nice.
Oh, no, right after my show at 9 o'clock on Thursdays is the Hot Seat with Lep. Go check him out. It's always a good time over there. He's usually got a good crowd. So
Awesome. Cool, man. All right, man. Bumpy, it's your turn. What you got?
Dogs have stopped barking. Shout outs for my channel. It's the 50-point inspection videos. I put them out Wednesday, Friday, so I put one out today. So just look forward to seeing those. My live stream I have on Monday is New Brew. Just bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on panel and just join along in the fun. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Bumpy Road Brewery. Other than that, we'll see. Don't know what's happening. Anelli Myself, his girlie Kate, my wife, maybe her kids. I don't know. We were thinking of going up to Schilling Beer Company out in Littleton.
Oh wow,
Yeah, and then doing the ice castles afterwards. So they build like giant ice sculptures and stuff, and they light them up.
that's fucking cool, dude.
Out in Lincoln. So Littleton to Lincoln, it's up north, New Hampshire. We were thinking about doing that on Saturday, but we do have a giant snowstorm coming in, so
Yeah, you do.
may not be
I've
the
seen that.
best time to do it. We'll have to figure it out. I'll have to talk to John on the side, and I don't know if that might interfere with uh, if he's going to do it. It shouldn't in any fashion, but
No
he
excuse.
hasn't stated whether or not he's doing it or not. But if we have to change it to from Saturday to Sunday or instead, if we can still do that, then he could probably still do Stout Sunday, and then we can just meet up afterwards. That's what I think. So Stout Sunday should happen as far as I'm concerned.
Slap some chinks in your tires.
Yeah.
But that's about it. That's all my
Bumpy
shout-out.
was there. He set him up.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
thanks, Bumpy. All right. Thanks, guys.
Sure is.
Josh, man, what's up?
What's up? Shout outs. Instagram. I'm still on there. Philly Crooker 87. I should probably do like an actual beer review on my channel at some point. Or maybe I'll just go live again. I don't know. Check out Last Beer, my channel. I could probably drop it in the chat because it's kind of hard to find. If you just type in Last Beer on YouTube, like.
It's in my description.
Oh, is
too.
it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
put
sweet.
links of your guys.
Oh,
I got to get Tanner's in there,
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
I'll put that in. I didn't even think about that. I'm like trying to
Appreciate it, Beer Man.
arrange
Thank you.
everyone that comes in. Yeah,
So yeah, go in the
So,
description and click
we got to
on
get
that.
Tanner taken care of too.
Yeah, I haven't done a video on there in a while. Like I said, the first beer review was with Miscellaneous and Bumpy Road. We did the 2000, the new, well, I guess it's 2021. The Dogfish Head Worldwide Utopia Barrel Aged Stout, which was fantastic. But yeah, I don't think I really have any other. I think everyone kind of shouted everybody else out.
Nice.
So, cheers, Beer Man. Cheers to the panel chat. Happy Hump Day.
Man, thank you. Right on. Cool. Happy hump day. Exactly. I
Drink out of your bowl.
Yeah, man. Now done. This beer. No. Cool. Well, are you guys ready for a picture? Let me show this. Thanks, man. Chat is just ripping it up. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys' support. Of course, the panel here just
I think so.
rocks always. So I do have that up. I'll put like I said, I'll put Tanner's link in there as well. I've got the admin panel up right now. I'll get that in there. But all right. So the picture. This is a new thing I'm going to start up. We're going to do this every week. And I'm going to give you a picture, and you can do whatever you want with this picture in your mind. You can look for whatever you want. I like your styles, what that's all about. I want to know what style you're bringing. So take this and put it into perspective and bring it next Wednesday. I don't care what you pick out of it. You can pick it all. You can do a breakfast stout. You can do a sour. You can do whatever you got to do. But that's what I got there. And the theme is breakfast, obviously. So get that into your minds and bring something
All right.
next week.
I can
Sounds
work
fun
with
to me.
that. Yeah, I can work with that.
Kind of gives you a range, you know. So yeah, let's theme it out with breakfast style, breakfast this, breakfast that. It could even be bacon. Bring something savory bacon. You know what I'm saying? Put it. You guys are artists in your own minds. Go figure it out. But yeah, for Wednesday of next week will be that. That's the theme, and we will be doing that at the same time, of course, 6:00 Eastern. And Tuesday will be Dubel, Tripel, or Quadrupel. Pick one of those three and bring it with any cheese of choice. 8:00 Eastern. They're not my favorites. They really aren't. I wish they were. Maybe I just don't know them well enough. I don't know. They're just strange. Belgian beers are weird to me. But find one. Let's do it. Let's learn about them. And then brewery's coming along, waiting for the plumber, getting the drywall done. And look out for videos. I've got a couple that are in line. I've got to edit them and put them up soon, but always throwing up some spontaneous shit. And I've got my brewery cam that I do. I have a little camera thing that I throw up every once in a while. Or I think last time I was at the ocean, I took a picture there and put some music into it and did a little quickie thing. But those always tend to get a lot of hits and stuff, so it's kind of nice to have those. Good thing YouTube did that. So, crazy stuff. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Chat, thank you very much also for your support. Just love you guys, man. Great community. So, all right. We're going to give you one last goat. And, and we're out of here, man. Where the fucking crap is
Cheers
that?
to beer bowls.
Cheers to bowls. 2 balls.